Even before I saw the clip of how it went down in the locker room, I thought to myself, dude, can you just acknowledge your teammates once? Do you have to always make it about you? Other people need a win. You've been getting praised and praised and praised and praised and praised. Other people could use some acknowledgement as well, and it'd be nice if you would be happy for them. Perspective is extremely important, but perhaps more important, or at least worth noting, is presentation, because presentation shapes perspective. It's really interesting how differently LeBron's latest drama has been presented and how that presentation is going to yield perception. I first heard about LeBron's latest drama, his complaining and whining, on the Craig Carton show. And it sounded so absurd that I thought perhaps it was even beyond LeBron. I was like, is this a joke? This is embarrassing. No, not only was it not a joke, but the next person I heard talking about it was Ramona Shelburne. And she was referencing Dave McMenamin's story. And of course, she was basically playing the pity card for LeBron. So then later I heard the soundbite from McMenamin, and it's embarrassing, but quite the contrast from how I had first heard the story. I see now in my feed Get Up talking about LeBron going to the Knicks, and the first couple of seconds of that before I turned it off were once again starting with this story about LeBron feeling disrespected. Now, Basketball Show pointed out that all these shows say the same shit, and despite how many different shows there are, every room is filled with people agreeing with each other. They're there for one reason, and it's to push the story they've already been told to push. And it has indeed led to a need for independent channels such as mine, such as his, such as the others that he mentioned. On the other hand, this new social media access to so many people also provides podcasts to the brainless followers who do nothing more than hear what ESPN said and repeat it. And what are you repeating? You're repeating whining, you're repeating crying, you're repeating victimhood. And I actually feel the need to break this into subcategories of what has been presented here. One, it's the idea that LeBron has been unappreciated. And two, it's that his response to what took place in that locker room was justified. Let's start with defending LeBron James storming out of the locker room in a crybaby fashion instead of being happy for his teammates who had also reached milestones. And shout out to Rick Bucher, who pointed out in his show that the winningest player or the most games won or whichever thing was once again something he didn't know was a thing. And indeed, none of you could have told me who the player holding that record was until they started making a big deal about LeBron James now holding it. That tells you how meaningless it is. I could go further. I could make a multi-part series about how the way LeBron James has accumulated those wins makes it even more meaningless. But that is, as I said, an entire separate series. We're going to have a recurring theme here of just be a man, which of course is why we have an issue. We're talking about LeBron James, who is never a man. But then I saw the video clip, and everybody got shouted out, including LeBron. It's not like he got left out. It's not like they pretended like his little achievement didn't take place. JJ shouted out everybody, and good for him for acknowledging everyone else instead of it being only about LeBron James. And Pelinka thinks I'm going to do a solid for JJ because he probably, I don't know. I mean, he's trying to encourage the young coach. What's so bad about passing the love along? And you LeBron people out there who can't wait to jump on the victimhood bandwagon and be like, yeah, how dare you disrespect LeBron James? It's been a career of everyone else getting disrespected because of his existence. Think about some other people for once. Furthermore, the supposed disrespect only exists in your minds because somebody else told you that the disrespect exists. LeBron James was acknowledged. LeBron James got a shout out. He just wasn't given the game ball. He has to have every game ball? Fucking grow a pair, dude. But there's yet another subcategory to this that I was thinking even before I heard Rick Bucher say it. Shout out to Rick Bucher, but I am going to acknowledge that I was thinking, why isn't anyone talking about the timing? Why isn't anyone mentioning that this happened way earlier in the season? And they're choosing to break the story now. Oh, maybe to distract from the fact that LeBron James just got embarrassed again. And that's a nice little path for me to start talking about the appreciation or underappreciation argument. Because at least 50% of LeBron James's time in LA has ended with talk about what's LeBron going to do next. It might be more than that. He may have hinted about not being happy there from the beginning, and I haven't dug that up yet. But let's not get distracted by what might have happened, which is basically what LeBron fans base their entire lives upon, as ifs and whats and what might have happened. What is solid is that the last half, and that's a significant portion, that's a significant sample size, the last half of LeBron's time in LA has been surrounded by what's he going to do? Where is he going to go? Which team will LeBron sign with? Can the Lakers make him happy? Will the Lakers be able to get a roster that suits LeBron's desires? Is LeBron going to retire every single season? It's actually been more than 50%. It's been at least 5 seasons of this. Every single time, it's LeBron leaving the Lakers hanging. There's no loyalty. There's no, hey, I'm definitely coming back. Let's work together in a mature manner to see how to make this benefit everyone the most. No, it's always what benefits LeBron James the most, while he continues to complain as if he's the one being disrespected. Drafting Bronny certainly didn't help the Lakers overall. That was a favor done for LeBron James that hurt the franchise. They hurt themselves for you, LeBron. And you're going to whine about being underappreciated? Like they literally damaged their team and their future to appease one of your demands. Demands. Something that you're constantly presenting. Something that the Lakers always have to appease LeBron's demands. And you have the nerve to talk about being underappreciated. Where was your appreciation? Where was your appreciation? Did LeBron James express appreciation once? Because all I can remember is him complaining. All I can remember is him flirting with other teams, wearing the colors of other teams, visiting other teams' practice facilities, having his agent go and put out cryptic remarks about, we're going to have to go somewhere where they're serious about winning. You know, it'd be nice to be a Laker, but not unless you're going to meet our demands. What a piece of trash. What an absolute piece of trash. Oh, and LeBron remaining silent while his agent again tries to tear up what the Lakers have built. You got to get rid of Austin. You got to get rid of Luka. Jesus. You got no problem with that, huh, LeBron? You LeBron-minded people are so busy wallowing in self-pity. In fact, you're wallowing in LeBron's pity. I can't imagine how much pity you wallow in your own lives, that you, in your spare time, go and wallow in LeBron's pity. And some of you have said, oh my God, an entire channel about criticizing LeBron James. And you know what's worse than that? People who think that LeBron James is fine, thinking that embarrassing behavior, thinking that someone who sets a bad example, thinking that someone who demands and never says thank you, someone who behaves the way that he has, someone who has destroyed the game, someone who has made flopping a normal thing now. You guys sitting back and being like, it's fine. Maybe you should be doing some criticizing, because being complacent is easy. Going with the flow, being a conformist is easy and embarrassing and not respectable. People trying to tell the truth and make sure that there's some historical record of what really went down, and that this false king is why we're in the mess that we're in, that's important. Anyway, back to the other parts of the NBA. Boy, kind of sounded like I was talking about someone or something else there for a minute, didn't it? As Rick Bucher would say. Lots of similarities. Uh-oh, another disaster. We need another distraction. Now we circle back to another point that I already made about how much the Lakers have actually done for LeBron James, how much money they have spent on him alone, how many moves they've made, how many roster shifts, how many staff changes have taken place. Put that sort of money and effort into another player. Shit, wouldn't even have to be a star player, but let's go ahead and recruit a different star player and tell me that the Lakers couldn't have at least gotten the worthless bubble chip. Let's say that the league had successfully cheated LeBron James into another championship. Let's say that LeBron got 3 championships in LA. None of that would change that the franchise has turned into a laughingstock. Old school LA fans are gone. Old school Laker fans are ashamed of their own franchise and have been replaced with these cult members of LeBron James. Over the years, LeBron fans have been reduced to saying things like, oh, well, it makes us relevant. The news talks about us. Like, you literally have accepted that you have a soap opera instead of a basketball team. You're not competitive. You're not impressive. You don't play with integrity. There's nothing to be proud of unless you're running for sweeps against soap operas. I have additional problems with this because not only did these guys on these different shows say the same script to each other, they actually repeated what LeBron James said. Like, LeBron James was like, here's what I want you guys to say. And they did it. So in the post-game press conference, after getting swept again, LeBron James, being LeBron James, never misses an opportunity to complain and compliment himself. No chance of getting any humility out of this guy after he just got embarrassed yet again. Talks about, wow, look what I did. I took the back seat when they asked me to, and then I led them when they asked me to. That was amazing. God, what a loser. I mean, even if it was true, what a loser thing to say. What's crazy is it's not even true. Just because LeBron James said that he took a back seat doesn't mean he took a back seat. And LeBron James, like, complaining about being the third option is funny, because LeBron James, you're not even the third option. You're the shit option. You're the problem option. Now, Ramona repeated what he said. Dave McMenamin repeated what he said. Look what LeBron did. Look what he was willing to do. He was willing to take the third option position on the team. It's like, how the fuck could he possibly still be the first position? Half the time you guys are talking about, you can't expect him to do that. Half the time you LeBron people are saying, you can't expect LeBron James to do all of these different things at age 41. And then you're complaining that he's not the first option. I mean, which is it? If the Lakers came out and said, LeBron James is option number one, you guys would be like, how can you expect this of the 41-year-old? Or you might say, well, of course, that's the only acceptable approach. I mean, you guys preach both of those simultaneously. Let's talk about something else disgusting that I heard, and that's them talking about, oh, LeBron needs to recalibrate. He needs to recalibrate with his family and discuss what's best for them. Okay, LeBron doesn't give a shit what's best for his family. Does anyone think it couldn't possibly be best for his family to stay put for a while? You know, he just built this like multi-acre mansion in LA. His youngest, you know how kids are. Those of you who have kids, they aren't anxious to uproot all the time. And if LeBron James ups and leaves, he will be up and leaving because of what he wants, not because of what his family wants. Stop talking about this guy like he's a great family man. LeBron James worships LeBron James. The end. Go back to presentation and who presents the story affecting how people consider it. Everybody remember when Jeannie Buss said that she felt like LeBron James hadn't appreciated what they'd done for him? Here's LeBron James saying that they didn't appreciate him. Now, we have two completely different stories. And after the Clutch Sports Mafia retaliated at Jeannie Buss, she was quick to be like, oh, no, that's not what I meant, and we'd be happy to have him back. But LeBron James just continuously and relentlessly complains and whines and plays the victim card. Everyone else has to capitulate to him. This finally brings me to Rob Pelinka's quote. Is Rob Pelinka just saying what he's supposed to say? Is this politics, or does he mean it? This brings me to Rob Pelinka's quote and saying, we would love nothing more than have LeBron James back, but we understand he needs to go and check with his family and whatever he wants. Whatever he wants. How many people are buying this? It's quite the departure from all the pre-celebration. I warned everybody, don't celebrate too early when everyone thought for sure that LA was done with LeBron James. Where's the word from the new owners? Where was Rob Pelinka back during the drama of the Jeannie Buss thing? He didn't step in, or not that I'm aware of. He didn't step in. He didn't raise his voice and be like, no. This has never been true. We always have wanted LeBron James, and we still do. I didn't hear shit from Pelinka. And maybe it's just hopeful thinking. I'm a little bit hopeful that him saying that is him just putting on the front that, oh, LeBron's great. LeBron's great. Please don't send the mob to my house to murder my family when we don't invite you back. Are they taking the high road? You know how LeBron James stupidly claims that he takes the high road and has never taken the high road once. Declarations are confessions, right, LeBron James? Maybe this is LA taking the high road and pretending that they want LeBron James as they let go of LeBron James. Or maybe they actually do want him back. Maybe they're going to bail him out. I don't know who actually would want him, but I don't know why LA would have wanted him 8 fucking years ago. So who knows?